Hello everyone and welcome back to the 117th episode of Panther Talks.
Hello.
So, we took
I
last
choked a
week
bit.
off.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I know.
Oh,
So we took
jeez.
last week off. There wasn't much to cover, to be honest with you. It was a really quiet week last week.
You got my death to cover this week, man. Don't worry.
It sounds like it. Choking on Monster 2. Even better.
It's a good death.
A good and worthwhile death.
Absolutely.
This week, on the other hand, there is a lot to cover. I would like to just start out this episode by just saying me, Will, and a friend of ours played a good VR game again the other day.
He doesn't even get the honourable of a mention. That's tough.
We've played it before. It's made by we've actually mentioned it as well, but it's made by a guy called Brian Lindenhoff, and it's climbing. It's one of the two games the guy's made, and he's not made another game since. And I am so sad about this. I want him to make another game. That's all I want. Because he clearly does a lot of good work with his VR games. And
I mean, I think he's played it smart and just went for simplicity, and it's worked.
Yeah. I mean, the games that he's made before this, he made a game called Painty, which literally simplicity.
I'm immediately getting, like, you remember the sort of first thing that blew up with VR, where you're doing like the shop and stuff. It's
Job
like
Simulator.
You put in, yeah. I'm getting vibes of that.
Yeah, very much the same.
Okay, all I saw was the googly eyes stick to anything.
Yeah, it looks insane and daft, but hey, if people like it, people like it. And Climbing was very much the same. It's simplicity, but it shows what it can do. I like that. But no, this week we do have a lot to talk about. It was Summer Games Fest, so we've got tons of new games to cover. I can't cover them all in this simple opening area, so we'll get to them as we get to them. But before that, we have to cover the fact that we were correct about the Nintendo Switch's new EULA policy, and the fact that you cannot take it to people who could fix the device. It's got to go back to Nintendo, or someone Nintendo specifically says, otherwise they'll brick your device.
Basically, if something breaks, you're probably better off just buying a new one.
Yeah. I also want to discuss how a group of modders turned Starfield into a better Star Wars game than Star Wars Outlaws.
I mean, let's be honest, that wasn't that hard to do.
No, it wasn't at all. Then we'll be discussing how Xbox releasing one of its biggest franchises on PS5 turned out really well for them. Which, I mean, we've always been saying. More games, more accessibility. It's always going to pay off better. And then we'll be making it to all the releases of, well, all the announcements from the Summer Games Fest opening showcase. I don't know about Will, but I know I'll probably be watching the Xbox showcase tonight. So I might stream that. I might just post about it. I've got no idea. I will see.
See how it's feeling when the time comes.
Yeah, exactly. I know usually I just post on Twitter, but we'll see. We shall see. But anyways, before we get into these, Will, have you seen anything interesting this past couple of weeks? Because I know usually you at least see something that you like to discuss.
I mentioned something to you, or because I don't remember.
No, I thought I'd just inquire more than
then
anything.
I'm gonna go with no for now.
Okay, so there's a possibility something will pop up in a little.
You know what my brain's like.
Yeah, you got Dame Bram.
Exactly.
I know you.
Do you?
Yeah. Anyways, we'll start off watching some TikToks, and the best reason for this is these are what I've sent to Will over the week, and he
goes through phases where I open up my TikTok and I have 50 messages from him. I don't appreciate it.
Yeah, and then you get other days where I don't message you on there at all for like 3 weeks.
And it's amazing. It's peaceful.
And then you message me.
Yeah, and then I send you one video and he responds with another 50. I'm like, God fucking damn it.
Yeah, you know what's coming. You know what's coming. So, we'll start with the Switch 2.
You are being lied to about the Nintendo Switch.
That audio is very quiet.
This video was 10 minutes?
Was it? Oh, so it was. We're not going to watch the full thing, don't worry. We only need like the first couple minutes. Well,
Yeah,
30
I watched
minutes.
like the first minute and then saw that I was barely through the progression of the video. I was like, yeah, I'm good. That's
Yeah.
enough.
And it is time to clear up those lies. Now I want to start with some
Oh, that's why.
disclaimers. This
My
video is
headset's
neither
quiet.
pro Nintendo nor anti Nintendo.
Yeah, we
No, the
got
video's like
that, mate.
hella quiet for me too. Like, well, that might be because of the stream volume. Yeah, that's the stream volume for me.
And my own disagreements with some of the things around it
Yeah,
doesn't
we
mean I
all
think
have
everyone
those
else has
issues,
to
mate.
fall
Don't
in
worry
line
about it.
with me. The Switch One, like the Pro controller,
Yeah.
will work.
So
with
one
this joy-
thing, as he's saying here, the actual peripherals from the old Switch and the third-party peripherals will work fine. You do not have to worry about that.
Yeah,
Which
like,
is
at least
something...
they've made those compatible.
Well, no, this is the weird part. Switch turned around and said they weren't going to be.
Oh,
So Nintendo lied straight off the bat. Yeah, lied in a positive way for us.
Old Joy-Cons will work. They won't attach, but you could use them in docked modes in their own charging case or whatever case you had for them. So even your old third-party
those
stuff
will work.
Where this rumor is coming from is if you take this thing apart and you mess with any of the voltages on the motherboard, it will stop you and brick the console most likely. Where this would come into play is replacing the screen or the battery is the most common things where you could be using something that would be technically compatible with
I remember when we were talking about the Switch 2, the battery in comparison to the first Switch is terrible.
If I remember right, it was only a slight improvement, if I remember.
No, it was a lot worse.
It
It will die quicker, I'm pretty sure. It takes longer to charge.
Yes.
The charge time is longer than the lifetime.
Yeah.
And I remember because I mentioned that means people's batteries are going to die really fast because if you want to play it for like a prolonged period of time, which if you're a gamer, you're gonna, then you're going to basically need to play it while it's on charge. And we all know that doing that will risk damaging the battery.
Yeah.
We all do it. It doesn't matter. We all do it, whether it's with your phone or a handheld gaming device or anything handheld. We all are guilty of doing it.
Yeah. I think...
So with you not being able to replace the battery, I can see that being like the number one cause that people are having to get their Switches fixed. And if you're not able to replace that through third party, it's going to be so expensive.
100% it is. It's honestly, if you've got insurance or something, fair play. You'll be sorted.
Even still though, like you have to send it off for God knows how long.
That's the only
Whereas
problem.
like previously you could just take it into the store, leave it there maybe a couple hours, or maybe it's just a quick, pull the back off, pull the battery out, slap a new one in, you're good to go.
Yeah. It really depends on where you take it to as well. Now,
yeah,
that was the main thing I wanted to go, because that was something we were saying about. We were discussing this and we were worried that, third-party vendors are not going to be accessible because they're going to basically limit it. And if you do any switching, they are probably going to brick your device. I've also heard a rumor that there's a part of it, that their new EULA, that basically states you cannot give the device to someone else. So, like, you can't...
Well, they pull the Steam move.
Someone else to play on it. Pretty much a bit like the Steam account system. That's what it seems like. I think it's there to basically prevent secondhand selling, so like scalping. But I think down the line they're probably going to be a bit more lax on it. But the other side of it is possibly they're doing it to prevent these third-party vendors again. But I'm not sure. The full video to this will be in the Notion link in our Discord research channel if you do want to watch the full thing. It's a very well done video, and honestly,
he
much
does
respect to him.
Just after the bit we watched it, he does say stuff like chargers work.
Yeah, it's just internal components, really.
Yeah,
internal electrical components are the big thing.
But like just from when we read over the specs and especially the comparison, I do think the battery is going to be a large issue in the Switch 2.
Definitely, I am definitely in agreement there. It's going to be one of those situations where it's probably not going to live a long enough time to be able to...
You know what they've done? They've done the equivalent of when you're building a PC and you cheap out on the power supply.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like.
The only way
I get, obviously, like, they did upgrade the Switch 2 quite a bit, like, in terms of the screen size and especially the display. The display, if I remember correctly, the resolution is a lot higher.
Yeah, it is.
So I can understand, like, it's going to require more power, but it does just feel like they just sort of skimmed out on the battery.
Yeah. I suppose the one thing about the Switch that's going to be beneficial in this regard is you can leave it hooked up to the dock and take off the Joy-Cons and play connected to a TV. So
Yeah.
that way they're not going to be relying on power. But
Yeah, I
for the
suppose doing that
mobile
is a lot
element,
safer for the battery, because I think the main issue of playing your handheld device while it's on charge is because you're obviously moving around. You're not going to
yeah.
sit perfectly still. Even if you're not one of those people like probably you and I both are, where you're trying to turn right and you're starting to lean right.
Yes, I do.
Like if
Well,
you
for
don't do that
VR,
sort of stuff, you're not going to sit perfectly still. So your charger's going to wiggle. It's going to damage the port, which can in turn
yeah.
damage the battery. So I guess if you're playing with it on the TV, it's alright. But let's be honest, if you have a handheld device, it's most likely going to be held in your hand.
Exactly that. But yeah, I mean, I just wanted to cover pretty much the main bit because that was something that we had been discussing and we were worried about, and it's interesting to hear that our worries were a bit kind of confirmed. Both my dad and sibling have both got a Switch 2, so I've actually
Already.
had hands-on. Yeah, they pre-ordered it. I've
Oh
had
no, that's
hands-on.
it. Now you've mentioned that online, they're going to break their devices. You're not allowed that. That's illegal. You broke their.
ULA. It's great to know that they have no idea who I am as a person. It's fantastic news.
Oh, this is Nintendo we're talking about, mate.
True, they've probably got absolute logs of anyone who played Power World ever, and they're just willing to set up lawsuits against them. They've heard our slander for the last 2.5 years, and they're like, yeah,
Because you specifically, they didn't send you one that was broken already, you know.
Well, I have had hands-on some actual time with the new Mario Kart, ironically. The Switch 2 runs pretty well. It's smooth. Everything's quite nice. The Mario Kart game, actually quite fun. I did enjoy it.
I don't
Was
think there's going to be anything really all that
no,
bad about it, other than the device itself maybe having some issues, like we were just talking about with the battery. I think the main issue people are going to have with it is price tags of games.
yeah, pretty much. The device price
Because
isn't too bad. The
I
game prices
remember,
are fucking 80 quid, which is
yeah, there was
ridiculous.
what 3 games available when they were like announcing the release. If you remember when we were
Mm,
covering it, there was a Mario game. Was there a Donkey Kong game maybe?
yes, there was.
And then something else that I don't remember, and they were
Yeah.
all like 80 quid. If
The
not,
other
I feel like there was one that was even more, to be honest, but I don't remember.
possible with the deluxe edition.
Yeah.
The other thing is, there are a lot of games that's already like on there. Cyberpunk, for example, that's released on their day one. But there
Oh
was a
yeah, I
lot.
saw that. I saw a TikTok of that,
Yeah.
which I find kind of crazy.
Oh, definitely. But one of the games that was on there was Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time. And because it was within the first couple of days of the Switch 2 launch, they've put loads of discounts on the Nintendo Store. So, like, instead of paying £45 for the new Crash game, I managed to pick it up for my dad for like £14.30.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, so they've got sales on for day one, so people can pick up some games that they'd want to play on it, which is
Yeah.
it's great to see. To be honest, it's a good way of getting people into starting. But yeah, lower these fucking prices, guys. Jesus Christ.
I mean, let's be honest. In terms of yourself and myself, unless there's a game that we're genuinely hyped for, we have nothing to do with the likes of FOMO.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like we're happy enough to wait for a sale to get the game at a price that it's actually worth, especially if it's a fairly new release, which means there's a very high possibility that the game is going to be absolutely terrible.
I waited about 4 years. If I can wait for that, I can wait for anything.
Yeah, but it's just like we've said every pretty much every episode at this point. Like games have been in such bad state recently that it's not worth paying their full price tag, especially with the
Yeah.
price tags going higher. Like we're pretty much going to be seeing £80 everywhere.
Yeah, we're
now.
paying more for even earlier access, effectively.
Yeah.
It's honestly.
I mean,
what it
we
comes down.
we covered early access in the last episode, which would be 2 weeks ago now. So we'll not delve into that, but
Let's not.
there's a way to go about it, and there's a way to not go about it, and most of them go about it the wrong way.
Exactly. But yeah, we'll move on now to Star Wars Genesis, also known
You sent me a
as.
TikTok for this, Rory.
Yeah, this is
And
the
I didn't
TikTok.
even realize. I didn't even realize that it was actually a whole different game.
Yeah.
That's not Star Wars.
So I'm gonna play the TikTok. We'll probably make a few
Star
comments
Wars
throughout.
open world getting
Okay.
for is 50k, and here's everything you should know. This is Star Wars Genesis. Well, it's
Just-
Starfield with over
I mean, this looks insane just immediately.
Yeah, like this is why I didn't realize what game it was that you sent me.
Yeah. As I said, it's Starfield with over 350
New
mods.
factions, new quests,
New factions, new quests, new
planets,
stories.
everything. It's not a reskin, it's a full-blown galactic overhaul. You can
It's just insane. You can definitely see Starfield's elements in this bit.
I mean, all I'm saying, whenever Starfield released and it was not exactly living up to the name expected, I did mention somewhere along the lines that they're just going to release it in the state that it's in and have modders fix it.
Yeah. Also,
Because that's kind of what Bethesda does now.
Yeah, I've just found someone a bit delusional, by the way.
Did they not see the reviews?
I
The
don't
reply got more likes than his comment.
Yeah.
It looks fine.
Let's continue.
You can start with Cultist or even a Mandalorian bounty hunter.
Of course I went Mandalorian bounty hunter.
Your origins actually matter. Explore cities like Coruscant.
I don't really have much interest in Star Wars, but when my partner was watching The Mandalorian, I did actually sit and watch that with her because it's quite good.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic.
Even though I've never really had any interest in Star Wars unless it's Lego Star Wars.
Yeah. Lego Star
fantastic.
You know what? That is one of the few games that has come out with a remaster that's changed a load and people were actually happy about the changes. Because the modernization of Lego Star Wars, when they did that, I think it was, about 8 months ago? It was phenomenal. They did such a good job.
Man, Lego games in general are just... You can't go wrong.
Oh, no, exactly.
Discover hidden temples, collect kyber crystals, and unlock permanent stat boosts. Fly iconic ships like the Millennium Falcon or build your own. What the modders have done here as well is make shipbuilding unrestricted so you can go wild. Just remember, Steam versions only. Sorry console players, what I love here is that even a Bethesda game, the modern community doesn't finish it for them. You can go download Star Wars Genesis.
I love what you just said there. What I love about this is it even a Bethesda game if the modders don't finish it for them?
As I was saying previously.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I went looking for this on Nexus. I couldn't find it. I was a bit sad, as you can imagine. Then I just typed in Star Wars Genesis and I got this.
Holy.
Yeah, this is their website. This
feels like the equivalent of playing on 60 FOV.
Yeah, I know. But this is everything it does.
Yeah.
Which is a lot.
30,000 plus converted what?
Where's that? Sorry?
Voice lines. There you go. There's what you were saying whenever I watched a little bit that you screen shared earlier.
Yeah. I actually was speaking to one of the main characters earlier, part of the base Starfield campaign. And instead of saying, like, one of the systems, the guy's voice line had changed to shouting Nar Shaddaa, which is one of the planets, or one of the systems in the game. In Star Wars, I'm like, oh, right, they actually fixed, okay. And it didn't sound any different. It sounded like it fit. I was very shocked. But, yeah, it's absolutely mental. The installation isn't really that challenging. All you need to do, download Wabberjack, download a file which is the compiler, launch it in Wabberjack, connect it to your Nexus, and let the install go away. Once it's done, follow these post-install and pre-install steps. Just set your settings as basically this says, and then you're ready to go. It's honestly...
The more time goes on with Nexus, the more our mods are actually getting like simpler and simpler to install.
Oh yeah.
Because you've seen I've been playing quite a few overhaul mod packs for 7 days.
Yeah.
And they used to be you had to drag files into the main game installation files, so just the first file. And then also you might have had to put one file here or one file there depending on what it was. Yep. But now it's just you just drop it in the mods folder, the whole lot. And that's it, you're good to go. And I'm finding that crazy that it went from having to put files in specific locations to just slam everything into the mods folder.
Yeah. Honestly, it's insane though how we've got here. I mean, these guys have even created a fucking timeline.
That's crazy.
Encyclopedia. What the? Jeez. Oh, okay.
Wow. Okay, zoom out. Can we get a zoom out and see how big this shit is?
Sorry, yeah. This is just the general overview. Then we got the tabs, which are these are all the weapons. Then we got the spacesuits.
Jesus. Wow, they have put some mind into this.
Armor balance, ships. That's not too bad. Planets and locations.
Wow.
Misc items, that's about as expected. Force powers and unique effects.
See, when we were talking about Starfield when it first released, and there was the issues where the world was so empty, well, the
Yeah,
universe technically, and they were like, "Well, what do you expect? It's space." My first thought was just wait until there's so many mods out there that are also compatible with each other, and you just have planets of modded mods in just absolutely everywhere.
yeah. I mean, look at this. These are the quests they've done. So, main quest line, they've done 95%. Shattered Space quest line, which is actually going to be like the Sith Emperor, all that sort of stuff. They've not started it in fully, but they've done 5% of it so far. Needs complete rewrite and voice lines. 90% done for the Crimson Fleet quest line. UC Navy quest line. They've not started that. Oh no, it's complete but getting major rework. 3-star quest line, complete but getting a minor rework, 70%. Mantis quest, Mandalorian, seems to be going down that way. Sarah companion quest line, not tested as of yet, but they're still working on this shit.
My only worry with that is some games where you've got like an overhaul mod pack and you have to update it. Sometimes they're fine with your save file, but I have had ones where you basically have to start a new save file when they update it.
Yeah.
And I worry that that's going to happen with this.
Well, I think the big thing about this is going to be the fact that they are constantly patching and updating.
Yeah.
So things will improve as time goes on, and they've clearly got ways to sort of handle this and try and fix.
As long as when you do like update the mod pack, it doesn't like force you to start a new save or corrupt your old save or anything like that, because that is my major issue when it comes to overhaul mod packs.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
My monitor just flashed again. That is worrying. I think I might have. I think my VR cable had a slightly bent pin in it when I put it in one of the times we were playing, and I think that might have fucked the port in the GPU a little bit, and it's now starting to affect it more.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah. So when I do get a new GPU, I'm gonna have to make sure I get new DPs as well.
Understandable. So, moving on from Star Wars Genesis, which, by the way, massive props to the team working on that. Genuinely.
Again, I didn't even know it was Starfield.
No, exactly. But once again, it's a Bethesda game, and you can tell. It seems Xbox releasing one of its biggest franchises on PS5 was actually a really good idea. Who'd have fucking thought it? Releasing Forza Horizon 5 on the PS5 made Xbox millions, according to a new report.
It's almost like we're constantly arguing to release the games on the other platforms.
Exactly.
Who's it going to be bad for? No one. Except the fanboys, because they don't get exclusivity.
Exactly that. And now that Xbox are moving away from exclusivity entirely, it's good to see. The Forza franchise was an Xbox exclusive for much of its history, but Microsoft decided to bring it to its chief competitor's hardware earlier in 2025 as part of a broader shift away from console exclusivity. It seems like that decision was a smart one too, as Forza Horizon 5 on PS5 has been a huge success. PS5 users were already a core piece of Microsoft's audience before Forza came to Sony consoles. A staggering 64% of spending on Microsoft games came from PlayStation users in December 2024. The same month...
They're taking the step ahead of Sony and sharing their games before Sony are, and it's sort of forcing Sony to do the same. Like we on PC, I remember when we reviewed their app, you were not happy with trying to use it and had forced you to use their controller as well, no matter what. But Xbox have been like way ahead of Sony in terms of this. Like we've had access to Xbox games on PC, even day one releases now for quite a while.
Yeah.
And I think with them doing this, and showing Sony, hey, look at how much money you can make. That's all they're going to care about.
You'd hope so, yeah.
Hey, if that's all we get day one releases on all platforms, what is there to argue about?
Oh, no, exactly.
They get what they want, we get what we want.
I think for us it wouldn't be a negative in any way, shape, or form. But we've not heard a peep out of Sony since that screenshot of Microsoft's next console showing the Steam button. So
Yeah.
I'm waiting to hear what they've got to say about that before we move. While most of the sales came from Microsoft-acquired franchises that already had PlayStation releases, the same strategy has proved effective with the company's former exclusives. A June 4th report from Alinea Analytics revealed that Forza Horizon 5 was the top-selling game on PlayStation in May 2025. That may not be a huge surprise, given that Forza Horizon 5 drew nearly 700,000 new players upon its PS5 release. But Alinea report also highlighted even bigger news. Since April, Forza has sold more than 2.2 million copies on PS5, which, Alinea says, easily exceeds $100 million in revenue. In May alone, it sold 1.3 million copies.
May alone?
Yeah. For context, Elden Ring Night Rain came in second place for the month and sold 752,000 copies, less than 2/3 the amount Forza sold.
That's wild.
That's absolutely insane. Forza Horizon 5 isn't the only Microsoft title to break the top PS5 sales for May. Minecraft came in 5th place with 491,000 copies sold. That's largely to be expected.
How's Minecraft still being bought, dude?
From what I remember, they stopped updating it because it was the console edition, whereas Minecraft on Xbox and PC got that, I think it was like Bedrock edition.
Even
So
that was like ages ago, no?
Yeah, but Sony never got access to Bedrock.
Wait, actually?
Seriously, it was locked down.
That's crazy.
So I think
Unlucky.
This is them getting it given to them, basically.
Okay.
And was available on multiple platforms long before Microsoft acquired Mojang. Still, it's another example of how PlayStation users present a promising market for Xbox game studios and other Microsoft subsidiaries. The success of Forza Horizon 5 on PS5 could foreshadow things to come. It's rumoured that Halo will make its way to PS5, and another once Xbox exclusive franchise, Gears of War, is getting a PS5 release later this year. Seeing as how Forza sold so well on Sony consoles, it could give Xbox all the convincing it needs to give other first-party series the same treatment, though it remains unclear if the company will do the same with all its exclusives. Personally, I think both companies should, but Sony just seem to be very, very quiet on that front.
I don't know, with the results of Forza there and the amount of money, and it's not going to be difficult for them to do because they already have the games made.
Yeah, no, that's
like
very true.
there's probably so little that they have to change to have it work on the other console, as in probably mainly just controls.
Controls and pretty much just architecture. Yeah. But I mean, to be
honest, other than that, like they've already got the entire game, the entire franchise, is all, like so many games as well, because they have so many exclusives to both of them.
Yeah.
And it's just, with the way the world is, it's just going to be free money for them, basically.
Pretty much, mate. Pretty much. Everything announced in the Summer Game Fest opening showcase 2025. It's always good to get some new games announced, because let's be honest, we need them, and it's been so quiet. It really has, and I'm kind of sad about it. So, Mortal Shell 2 has been announced. A lot of this is literally just going to be me just muting the trailers and just seeing, is there anything actually interesting other than like another Dark Souls game? Death Stranding 2.
Norman Reedus and his amazing fetus.
Exactly.
That's all I ever think about anytime I hear that game mentioned.
I remember us covering that ages ago, yeah. We already knew that Death Stranding 2 was getting its own premiere, separate from the main Summer Game Fest stage. That's coming on the 8th of June, today. But Hideo Kojima accompanied Geoff on stage anyways, treating us to a special exclusive clip for SGF, which you can check out below. So what is this special... sometimes I do hate how much they do that.
What, sit and babble on for half an hour before actually showing what they said they're going to show?
Yeah.
Who the hell's this guy?
That, sir, is a very, very good question. Oh, we're at Bridges.
Welcome. Have a seat. Over here, please.
Oh, it's just.
So it's
gonna
not
be
really a
another
trailer.
Kojima thing. No,
Okay, got you.
just more Kojima. Chronicles Medieval. I've heard about this. This is something that people were quite intrigued by. From what I've heard, you basically work your way up from like a peasant.
I think I saw this earlier on TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I saw this exact scene where he's walking through the soldiers and create your own tale.
Yeah.
Didn't we cover something similar to this recently? Because it sounded familiar. Unless we covered this with like in earlier stages.
I mean, it's completely
No,
possible.
no. There's a game that you play where you start and you don't even know how to read or write or anything like that. What's that?
Oh, Kingdom Come.
Yeah, it reminded me of that. From where you like start from nothing and make your way up. That's what this made me think of whenever I watched like a small part of it.
Yeah, I think the big question is going to be though with this is it going to have a story or is it just going to be learn and do what you need to do? Because I'd much prefer the latter. I don't always need a story, and I'm quite happy to learn mechanics and fucking just go mental.
I think as long as there's sort of something there to give you an idea of what to do, and you're not just fumbling around in the darkness, because the kind of style they're going for, a story would kind of make the whole concept of the game pretty much meaningless.
Exactly.
But I think like having something to sort of edge you towards certain things, or at least give you an idea of what you could do, just so that if you're sort of lost on what to do, you at least have like a goal to work towards.
No, exactly. I think though that could be a really, really cool game, and I'll be honest, I'm quite happy to see what that's gonna be like when we get close to the time. Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, because you know all we need with Sonic is Hatsune Miku, someone from
Ichiban Kasuga.
Yeah, I forgot what game franchise it's from.
No idea.
It's the one to do with all the like Mafia type people in Japan. I forget what they're called. Yakuza.
My initial question is why is Sonic in a vehicle?
Plus, they need something to go up against bloody Mario Kart, obviously. Yeah, just blow Knuckles up. Yeah, sounds fair. First 20 seconds. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Oh yeah, it's also crossing with Minecraft. Not joking.
But is Steve going to be in a car with square wheels?
I think it's this.
He's in a minecart, of course.
With round wheels.
No, illegal.
So yeah, there's that. Code Vein 2, another gothic-esque Souls-like. Delightful.
What?
End of the Abyss. Have you got anything interesting for us, or are you just going to be another Souls-like? Well, this seems horror. I mean, the name should have given it away, shouldn't it?
Investigating disturbances of unknown origin spirals into a harrowing descent through a broken and abandoned world. I guess if you like, I don't really care for horror games. I think they're kind of boring. It gives me vibes of Little Nightmares though.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Mouse PI for hire. This one best be like full comedic.
What was that like detective one you played that was like the town felt like a teardown sort of town?
Oh,
you were...
Shadows of Doubt.
Yeah, I don't know why it's making me think immediately of that.
Love Shadows of Doubt. Great game. Oh, it's first person.
Oh, it's like
It's like Looney Tunes.
Yeah, there's a game I'm thinking of that's like a horror game, and it's like...
Oh, Bendy and the Ink Machine.
Yes, that's it.
This style.
The shot. I'm loving the shotgun. I love when they do weapons and they do them full cartoon like.
Okay, that one could be pretty fun. That one could be pretty cool. Inspired on 1930s cartoons, obviously. Game
Look at that! It's on all platforms.
Yeah, that's what you want. It's coming out this year. Atomic Heart 2.
Wait,
Didn't
already?
the first one flop?
Alright, now it is time.
Oh, right, we're going to the moon, are we?
Well, it flopped. Things didn't work out so well on Earth, so time to abandon all hope, I suppose.
I guess I'll need to go and complete the bloody game, won't I?
Oh no.
You know me, mate. I'm an absolute... Oh, wait, no, we're back on Earth.
I like the title of the next one.
You know, so do I. I think that's enough of that for now.
The
Cube. From makers of Atomic Heart.
Oh, okay, well.
From an MMORPG. The Cube.
Was Atomic Heart the one with the fucking vampires and shit?
No. It
Well,
was
I
the
can't
one
remember the
with
first
the
one.
talking glove and the. It was the Soviet Russia one. Give me a second.
No, I can't remember.
Do you remember the? It was like a fridge or a vending machine that upgraded your weapons and tried to kill you.
Don't remember.
Okay.
I'm sure the first screenshot I'll see it'll immediately make me remember.
Them too.
Oh, I remember those. Yeah.
Yeah, it's that game.
Those creepy motherfuckers.
Yeah.
What was the one with vampires then that was absolutely horrendous? And like when you could just like run around a car.
Oh, I know what you're on
Yeah,
about.
you know what I'm on about. That's like the most I can.
No, it's not that. It's not back. Is it
No. It was a single player game. Back for Blood was like meant to be a take on Left 4 Dead.
Redfall.
No.
Redfall.
Yeah, this
That's the
terrible
one.
game.
Have you noticed how bad games have been in the last couple of years that I had to jump through like that many of them to figure it out?
Let's not talk about it.
So the cube, is it gonna be any different? Have we got any like gameplay? A giant cube. It's in
So
the sky.
they've made a world on a cube that rotates like bloody Maze Runner or some
Oh,
shit.
it's a Rubik's cube. Alright, so it's in the same universe. It's like a Rubik's Cube. It feels like they've just mixed Stalker with it with superpowers. And weirder mutants.
And Diablo, apparently.
Yeah,
Feels like a monster from Diablo, you know?
definitely.
Okay, and we're just going for this kind of trailer, are we?
Why does it feel more
Yeah,
like a battle royale?
We are. Yeah.
Let's sexualize everything and just put a bit of murder in.
Literally, it's
Hey,
so
the old
boring.
woman.
I'm so bored.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Cool, thanks.
Yeah, because apparently that's the only way to get the attention of gamers, you know?
Yeah, sex and explosive.
Well, this is just a Marvel version of Street Fighter. That looks terrible.
Yep.
I've never had any interest in Marvel games, and ever since they finished the main Marvel series, Marvel has not been the same.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I still blame the fact that it's because Stanley isn't there. They tried to continue it themselves. Without him, it just went downhill.
Onimusha Way of the Sword. Oh, what's this one gonna be? Is it another Souls-like?
Sure, looks like it.
No,
Well, kind of,
I
I guess.
They've at least got some good parrying mechanics, which is unusual.
Yeah, you don't just have to roll out of the way or die.
Yeah, I'll take that. I felt that boxing. I saw some of this.
Muppets? Yep, Muppets.
It's the Muppets boxing. An unadoptable orphan. You little sack of fuzzy
Is this some
shit.
like terrible Rocky film?
It's a game. I'll be honest, I need to see gameplay because I don't understand how this is going to work.
This looks absolutely ridiculous.
It does. Stay first, Fuzzy, or we'll die. Take control of a flimsy... Oh. Wait, this is...
VR?
Is that gameplay?
I don't know. Wait, what? I'm so confused.
Do you see why I was so baffled? It looks hilarious.
I'm so confused though as to what kind of game this actually is.
I have no idea. Moving on.
24-player online game.
You see,
with players into 2 teams.
This would be great if it wasn't a like you were forced to have multiple players. I'd like it if it was just like co-op instead.
Yeah, like I'm still like games like these days. No one plays for fun anymore. So you can't like me and the boys tried to play Dead by Daylight, for example, and you need 5 people if you want to play that just as yourselves. But there was only 4 of us willing to play it, and we went in one match, and because of the amount of DLC killers on that, and they're just broken and overpowered, it was the most boring experience of our lives.
Yep. And I want a game that I can just load up with a friend and have a laugh. Yeah,
and games like that used to be amazing because you go in and there'd be stupid, funny shit happening. And people weren't playing because you were going to win $1 million at the end of the round.
Yeah.
People were playing because, hey, let's do dumb shit and see if we can get away with it because it's funny as fuck.
Exactly.
And you see that like 1 in a million now, and that is not even, if not less odds than that. because no one plays for fun anymore, especially in games like that, like competitive games. Like I play Rust a lot. People play
don't
that
you
like they're gonna become massive streamers, and I don't care. It's a competitive, massive PvP game. Sure, why not? But games like that where you're meant like sure there's a bit of competitiveness to it, but no one knows how to have fun anymore. It's not even the problem of people don't want to play to have fun. It's they don't know how to do it anymore. Because it's like a standard now to win. And if you don't win, then you suck at the game, and there's no point playing it, and so on and so forth. It's crap. It's not what the focus should be.
No, it's insanity, mate. It really
It's
is.
why when we play games like that, we try to get enough of us to where we don't need randoms, because at least we know with each other we can dick around. If we want to have a serious round and try hard against each other because we're fucking weirdos, sure. But majority of the time, if we're playing a game like that, you can bet your asses because we're gonna dick around.
Yeah, that's all I do.
Ancient white castle deep in the mountains, lost to time and legend. Only the chosen find their way here. Gathered from every corner.
It's
of
like
the
weird
earth,
Cluedo.
divided yet bound. Wolves and engaged in a perilous dance of wits. A game where truth is but a shadow. Enough theatrics. I'll get to the point. In is a murder mystery action game. The killers lurk elusively in plain sight. Kill someone, and a clue will remain. Hair, fingerprints, blood, clothes. The lambs scramble to find clues. One step closer to unmasking the culprits. Who is guilty?
Is it basically just stealth TDM with an objective? I mean, that's what it feels like. Jesus Christ. Okay, shall we move on?
Yeah.
Yeah. Arc Raiders has got yet another. It's got a release
Can I
date,
use my
30th of
scroll wheel to
October.
scroll down? Does this work?
Yeah,
Oh, it's
there
working.
you
It's
go.
working. There we go.
Dune Awakening, a new survival game because we need another Rust out there.
What is it, a PvP one?
PvPvE,
Okay, don't care then.
just like Rust.
Oh my god, he's
a
becoming one
Sandman.
from the Dune. Oh my god, it's the title, Rory. He awoke from the Dune. I'm sorry.
I've got to admit, I saw some gameplay of this. It doesn't look too bad, but the trailer looks very confusing so far. Like, just give us some gameplay. Ah, here we are.
Okay, zero stability apparently. You can just fucking build whatever you want.
I don't like the stability system.
I mean, the whole point of a stability system is to stop you building broken shit.
I like broken shit. It's fun.
Yeah, but when you're the one having to fight the broken shit, it's not very fun.
I always make the broken shit. I also fight the broken shit. He left. So it seems like there'll be factions and groups to join, and you'll have to fight each other dependent on, and so on and so forth.
So many games out there that already have this concept. I can't see much happening with it.
No, I think it'll be one of those. It's going to be a very much wait and see.
It'll pop off for a little bit, like most of these ones do that are like bigger titles. And people will play it just because it's new and it's come out, but they'll get bored real quick and go back to the stuff they already play.
I mean, not bad. Been up for 3 days. It's not bad up time to say it's only in early access.
Yeah, but that's going to be it. It'll pop off for a while because it's new. A couple of months will go by and people will stop playing it and go back to what they used to play.
How the fuck does this game keep breaking its records? Just like stop.
Because more and more children each year at Christmas get the game. Because apparently parents really enjoy listening to their child's running, screaming slurs from their room.
Honestly, how the fuck you keep playing that game, I will never understand.
Because yesterday, for example, we pissed off a guy that was cheating. He couldn't win a single fight against us, even though he's cheating, and then started accusing us of cheating. We despawned all our loot and woke up this morning to him having offlined our base and getting absolutely nothing out of it.
Yeah,
very enjoyable. Right. Very enjoyable. The guy was so mad. He rage quit and came back on a few hours later, hoping we were offline to try and raid us, and we shit on him again.
To me, that just feels like I'd be wasting my time.
Well, he certainly did.
Yeah, he did. Definitely.
Yeah, he actually, because we were playing a modded server, for some reason, some modded servers put a PM system in. So why they let do that? Because it just means people can target people really easily.
Yeah,
he was PMing me saying shit like I'm not skilled enough to kill a cheater and stuff. Like, buddy, I'll send you my TikTok and you can fucking see how many cheaters I've killed.
Yeah.
But the guy was like talking smack in global chat saying he takes boom off of farm bots like us. It's like Mate, we haven't farmed shit. We got on here to PvP for the night, and that's it. Bro went and farmed just to offline us. Unlucky, dude.
Jesus Christ.
It's crazy though how there's systems in place where you can like fully track people's accounts. So I was able to go on the battle metrics. This is how I pretty much confirmed he was cheating, because I found his account on battle metrics, and I can see all his recent playtime for up to 3 months just off of like basic stats.
Oh yeah.
And I can
mate.
see in the last 3 months he had played about 20 hours of Rust.
Yeah, this isn't anything new. Games have been doing this for years.
I know.
trying to find
I
more
think it's kind of
solid ways.
crazy that this is a thing you can do.
It's kind of needed because anti-cheat doesn't do what it says on the tin. It
Yeah,
never
no,
has.
if it's modded server and you have admins, it's fantastic. My issue with it is, for the likes of Rust, how it's a 24/7 game. You have people that will stay up till 5 a.m. refreshing that page until they see that the entire group that took one gun from them have all went offline, and will wait an hour or two and then go and raid you, so in hopes that you're nicely tucked in bed sleeping, so they can raid you while you're offline. That is my
sounds
issue
about
with it.
right. That game's just fucked in general, mate.
Isn't it just?
What we got? Chrono Odyssey. Next, MMORPG.
Another one?
Yeah, it doesn't seem like anything new, really.
What can you do that's new with them?
I mean, I'm playing an old one at the moment. I'm having a blast.
Exactly, you're playing an older one because they were good.
Yeah. Nicktoons and the Dice of Destiny. Real-time RPG.
I mean, hey, it's got SpongeBob, so I'm sold.
There we go.
She was a lot.
Yeah. Just a bit.
Gandalf, is that you?
Sounds like fucking Timmy.
Timmy Turner.
Yeah.
I think he's
Timmy
maybe a
Turner.
bit too old for this
Oh.
by now.
Yeah, it was Timmy Turner. And now we've got SpongeBob too. What in hell's name? Why is it this is one of the better games that we've seen so far?
Because it's SpongeBob, like, duh.
Yeah. Wuthering Waves 2.4? No idea, okay. My Own Memories in Orbit. Lego Voyagers. Is it just more building in Lego?
I saw this. You sent me this, actually, no?
No.
Where did I see this?
TikTok.
Yeah, but I thought someone sent it to me.
I know I didn't. I mean, it doesn't look too bad.
Yeah, it's alright, but I might get
Looks
bored of
chi-
it.
Yeah, it's well there. I mean, it's chilled out, relaxing. Mafia the Old Country, we've been over their trailers a couple times now. Out of Words World premiere. Puppets.
More?
Looks like it'll be a stop motion claymation thing. Handcrafted co-op journey for 2.
Just another one of these silent games then.
Yeah, pretty much.
A co-op story game. They're not terrible, you know.
No, you can have a good laugh with them. I mean, the character designs, everything look pretty cool. They've clearly done pretty well with it. So, yeah. Fair play. Lies of P Overture. That'll be their DLC. Fractured Bloom. Inspired by a true story. That's always a scary thought. Tend your garden, cook your meals, and build your home in this loop life sim. Tend your garden, the days are repeating, and something has started to bloom. Sadly, with no more detail than... Okay. One Punch Man.
What, was this like the new style of Plants vs. Zombies? You know, grow some pea shooters?
Oh, yeah. So this is just an anime fighting game.
Probably.
Oh, it's definitely looking that way. Hey, look who it is. It's Mr. Punchy Man.
You're gonna piss off so many people.
Oh, I know. He looks so angry. But in actuality, all he'd have to do is just that.
Yeah, it's almost like that's his name. Who would have predicted?
Yeah. Jurassic
What
World
the
Evolution 3. Great. 7 Deadly Sins Origin. Yeah, 7 Deadly Fins. Them goddamn karate chopping fucking dolphins. I mean, this could actually be pretty cool, because the series wasn't that bad, or at least season 1 wasn't.
I'm not sure if I've actually properly watched this.
I've never watched season 2, 3, so on and so forth. But season 1 was pretty cool. It looks like a pretty chill game, and if you like the characters, you can probably have a good laugh. Looks a bit like Legend of Zelda mixed with anime, or at least that's the best way I can describe it. And it's a lot less annoying to see than, you know, when you get like them SAO ones that just look like crap and stuff like that. They
People
know.
try to make money off of anything, brother.
Oh yeah.
Hi, I'm Celia from Yacht Club Games.
Well done, Celia. You want to shut up? Thanks.
Oh my god,
bloody
this is...
hell, we're going
Wait,
proper retro.
bro, this is Alundra vibes. Especially that opening. That's literally like the opening of Alundra. You're on a boat and the fucking boat crashes. You get shipwrecked and you're like, you don't remember like who you are, I think.
Yeah, Mina the Hollower. Proper retro style. Fair play to them. Retro is something that I think to an extent we do need to look back at. Because there's some really great stuff for them.
Rory, don't forget, the world is now starting to see retro as something completely different to what we see
I
it.
know. The world is starting
Yeah.
to see retro as like fucking Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1 and stuff like that, and it's scary. There's a Deadpool VR. I sent you this trailer as well. Do you know what's really weird that I found out? Guess who the voice actor is for Deadpool?
Who?
Neil Patrick Harris.
Okay, no, I'm not happy.
Yeah.
Handcrafted with cuddles by the Merc with a MetaQuest. Kick back and bask in the
You can tell they've...
It had, like, Deadpool has to be Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah. I'm hearing a surprising lack of swearing. That's my concern. The gameplay looks good. Well,
No, it does. And I was quite impressed when I saw you could actually, like, slice off bullets with your swords. That was cool, but... yeah.
How long do you think it'll be before some modder puts fucking some like Ryan Reynolds voice together?
Oh yeah, AI generated Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, 100%. Mate, you can't fucking replace Ryan Reynolds.
No,
what a man!
The worst part is
honestly.
there's an actual trailer of Ryan Reynolds for this, and it just baffled me. Yeah, I'll show you. I'll send it you in DMs at some point. But yeah, it's fucking bizarre. So we can't get through all of this today. Just thinking, which is there anything? Oh yeah, SCUM got a 1.0 release.
Wow,
well done to SCUM.
Good for it, man.
I think it's a pretty good game.
If some things were changed, and you know, if you actually wanted to build a base, it didn't take 17 hours. Just for someone to come along and they sunk all their XP that you start with into lockpicking and can easily lockpick through even the strongest locks, you know?
They may have modified these things, Will. You've not played it in like a year.
It wasn't, yeah, but I doubt that's changed. I really do.
Well, you won't know without ever asking or looking or researching. That's my point.
Right, would you like me to go and play it and tell you it's the exact fucking same as I remember?
To research. There's a difference.
No,
I never told you to play.
Hands-on experience is better.
So reasons for bitching, I see.
You're just going to be upset that I'll get an actual reason to bitch. That's a legitimate reason and not just because I'm being a bitch.
I mean, knowing you, it could be both.
Hey man, everyone loves to bitch, and when you have a reason for it, it's even better.
Yeah, but you bitch over the small things.
Oh yeah.
So, Dying Light the Beast. I've got to admit, I'm looking forward to playing more Dying Light. Especially when it's got Kyle Crane in it.
I remember that I've seen and I can't remember what it is. This game I need to find, Rory. Is this it? I think this is it. What the fuck is the name of it?
I wonder what this one's going to be.
Now, the only thing with this, unless they've like censored the trailer a lot or something, you might not be able to show this on screen. Because it's like a really gruesome fucking horror game.
Okay. Where are you sending it?
Yeah, I think this is it. Send you in DMs. You can have a look at it at some point.
Must admit, so fucking hyped for that. Ill. Survival horror.
It's like extremely gruesome. Like I think it says just a case of like bits go flying everywhere, blood goes fucking pissing up the walls.
Mundfish. That doesn't shock me too much. Oh, actually, it's part of the Summer Games Fest.
Yeah, it should be here somewhere.
That Mindseye. I'm gonna have to grab that trailer.
Hitman co-op mode. That's cool.
That'd be very cool. Developing co-op mode for Hitman World of Assassination.
Sorry, I'm back 1 second.
Yeah, no, it's Leaf Party, Wild, Blighted World, Ill. Here it is. Okay, so it made it self-trailer, so we can watch it.
First-person survival action horror game from Team Cloud. It's a new team of 50 with founders in Canada and Armenia.
Climb, thank you. Here we go. Damn, this is gruesome. Now, I have a philosophy that I don't get afraid if I have a gun. This game might test that philosophy. Oh, location large damage. Guy with anti-aircraft gun in... Oh, okay. It's a big head. Yeah, just kick it. Like it. Okay, that one's pretty cool. Just having a look down there. Wu-Tang, Rise of the Deceiver. Oh, it reminds me of a Hi-Fi Rush.
First time I remember.
Pretty cool to see another one of them.
Hello?
Well, hello.
My apologies.
Yeah, it's all good. Splitgate 2, I sent you the trailer for.
I saw a quick snippet of it. Yeah, what you sent me. What is he? Your portal to different universes now or something?
Yeah, portal to different worlds. I'm not sure why they've decided to do a BR, but it'll work. In what they've got, it's just an FPS
honestly,
game.
I went, so I had Macy J still on my Twitch. And I went on him just to unfollow because he's unwatchable without paying for subscription because it's just nothing but ads on his channel now. And it just immediately, I saw him basically jumping into the world. It's just the same as any other battle royale, mate. You're dropping into the world, getting loot and fighting people.
Yeah, the only difference, portals. And
yeah, sure, it has this one unique element, but so do they all.
Once again, though, that was what the FPS element was. So I don't get why they've made this a battle royale, but power to them, I guess.
Not my cup of tea.
No, it's very much the same. I'll probably play the FPS element, and that'll be about me.
What is this?
Official title. So it's Stranger Than Heaven. Pretty much very little information. And then the final thing they announced was Resident Evil Requiem.
Yeah.
Which is Resident Evil 9. And people are hyped as hell, as you can imagine. There's one other thing I want to cover, which is Mindseye.
Rated M for mature.
Which I'll turn down a bit, because Jesus Christ, that's loud.
So whenever I was looking for that ill game, by the way, I just went on the first... Trailer. Yeah, I went on the first article that I found when I was trying to find it, and that's where I found it. Here's how they typed it out.
What did they say?
When mentioning the game.
Look at 3 this morning.
That's ill. Because of the way they've typed it out, because they're idiots.
Yeah, that's why you capitalise. The IOI are the company that make Hitman. They're also making a James Bond game, a 007 game, which I'm intrigued by. And they're making this, apparently. Well, IOI partners are making this. The part that's concerning about this game, the week before launch, from what I understand, or at least a little bit now before we get to launch, and the chief financial officer has left the company, and someone else who's quite high up in the company has left the company. I've got some concerns about this game. It looks like a 2010 action game. Which, I mean, I'm not completely against, but... Yeah, that's pretty much what it feels like. I don't get why this is more of a story based. Just show some gameplay again. It was this is the game, Will. You'll remember it. It was just tons upon tons of car explosions.
I remember talking about that.
Yeah, this is that game. Where I think you could count about 13 cars that blew up that day. I mean, even in this trailer, they've just shown a car exploding. It looks like it's going to be interesting, but yeah, it releases in 2 days. And 2 of the major people in the company have left. So best of luck to them on that launch. And the only other thing I really do have to say, I think I've made up my mind. I'm probably going to be covering this. I will most likely live stream it. That'll be 4 hours from now, I think. So you can possibly watch back on that when this releases. There'll be that episode to do as well, which is quite nice.
I probably won't join you for that because
that's completely fine.
You're going to be doing something.
No, it's all good, mate. But yes, that is everything I have for this week. Unless you have anything else you'd like to add, sir?
No, just Ill was my one.
Yeah, Ill looks, to be honest, really fucking good. So
it just looks like it's going to be one of those games where you go through and just create a mess wherever you go and have fun doing it.
that's my favourite kind of games. Apart from the guy with the anti-aircraft fucking tank cannon. don't like him. His face upsets me. But yes, in that case then, thank you all very much for watching. If you have enjoyed, feel free to like, follow, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And the Discord is in the description if you do want to join, and check out our sources for this week's episode. But yeah.
I'm sure Roy will have plenty to say next week whenever he watches the Xbox showcase.
Oh, I'm sure I will. I know you and me are going to be doing a review of them in August.
There was a couple good, well, not necessarily good, but like big names, like Resident Evil, for example.
Yeah.
They're usually pretty decent games. They're a good watch for me. I don't play them personally. I don't. They would bore me a little bit, but I quite enjoy watching them usually. And there was a couple bigger titles, but nothing like extraordinary, you know?
Yeah. I mean, as I said, because we did this last year where in August we got like the big drops, and you and me sat and watched through the live streams and we went through them live on the channel. But that's August, so this is the early sort of look on what's to come. So we'll see what we get next time, and who knows, there might even be a few good bits tonight. It's hard to say. But yeah, with all that said and done, thank you all for watching, and we will catch you all next time.
Bye for now, guys. See you next week.